This is the one where we talk about anime. Yay! But anyway, guys, thanks to our listeners so far who have been following us. This week we actually have a few special guests on the show.
We're following our whole special episodes for the month of December.
That's right. And who we have today are two wonderful up-and-coming voice actors.
Chris Patton?
No. It's
Is that him?
It's Zach Aguilar and Jalen K. Cassell. Why don't you guys say hi?
Hello.
Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. But anyway, I mean, dude, your cat. I'm about to kill your cat, Steve. Why don't we go ahead and get started then? I mean, why don't you guys tell us a little bit about yourselves? I mean, I know you guys are pretty good friends of mine, but for the listeners, why don't you kind of just give yourself like a little bit of an introduction?
Do you want to take it, Zach?
What's Zach? Yes.
I don't know what to say. Yeah, like
I do voices.
Yeah. No, that's pretty much it. Hi, I'm Zach. People, which you already know, of course. Yeah, whatever. I do. I do voices. I've been acting for I don't know, as long as I can remember. Whether it not voice acting specifically, but just acting. And then about a year and a half or 2 years ago, I started like actually doing voice acting. So yeah, really really cool. And I also like pizza and long walks on the beach.
Yes. Yes.
Why would you? I don't get the long walks on the beach thing. That's just sounds so
really relaxing.
boring.
I mean, maybe it's one to you, but it's
Well,
kind of fun.
I live in Florida, and the beaches over here are disgusting. They're filled with people everywhere.
So it's people.
Those disgusting people.
It's so disgusting.
It's the people factor. That's why. But okay, nice, man. And I mean, I know you're what? You're 17, right?
Yes.
So, dude, yeah. So I mean, you're pretty young, but I know. Like, why don't you just tongue tie. Yeah. Rewind
That's
that.
my thing.
I know. I'm sorry, Steven. But maybe you can give I guess the listeners just like a couple of roles that you've been in, if you can talk about them. That is.
Yeah. Well, the ones that I can talk about, of course, are like Slain and All Noah Zero. That was my big one. And then recently we have like Arthur in Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh, nice.
Tolkien, Sword Art Online, and
that's a
and
crappy one.
Those are those are the ones right now that I can talk about.
Nice.
That's pretty
Nothing
sweet.
else. Yeah.
Otherwise I die.
Yeah. No, that's pretty legit though. I mean, I know I've seen Aldnoah Zero, and that's a pretty good show. Jalen, you're the one that actually introduced me to it.
Tee.
So yeah.
Cool.
But dude, that's legit, man. And then I guess Jalen, like, why don't you give the listeners just a little bit of info about you?
Sure. I have been acting since I was 5 years old, so 17 years now. It's weird.
Wow.
I was doing.
So you've been acting for as old as Zach is alive. Is what
Oh
you're
my
saying?
God, yeah. That's weird.
That's hilarious.
That's really strange. I was doing community theater, and then I went from that to doing. I've done a little bit of on camera since moving to LA, but I've known since I was 14 that I wanted to be a voice actor. I saw an episode of Naruto, episode 129, in fact, with Crispin Freeman playing Itachi. And he did a monologue, and after the monologue was over, I was just in awe and knew, oh my God, this is what I have to do with my life. And since then, I've studied with Crispin, who's awesome. I studied with Tony Oliver, Deborah DeLiso, Vicki Lewis, and it's been an amazing ride. Anime roles. Let's see. I am Darius Leoxis in Magi, the Kingdom of Magic. I'm also in All Noah Zero. Just incidentals here and there. They're a lot of fun. I play a lot of generals in their 50s. So that's cool. I
Old
am
men.
yeah. I am Jude in Seven Deadly Sins, and I also wrote the episodes Zach was in.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And I am Gnome in Sword Art Online. Erica Mendez kicked my butt. And let's see. Oh, and I'm currently in Smite as Gamma Slam Capricorn. So
Love
lots of
it.
water was inhaled after that session.
Really? I can only imagine. Nice, man. Nice. So both of you are from LA then. Well, I mean, I know, Jalen, you're from Arkansas, but you moved to LA. But both of you are currently residing in Los Angeles, correct?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And I mean, would you guys say, as up and coming, voice actors that have been, getting, more and more roles as of late, how would you kind of describe, I guess, the audition process with that? Like, is it kind of open forum, or do you kind of have to be called in to audition for certain specific roles or specific shows, or is it kind of like both? Like, some might be open auditions as opposed to others kind of being you get an email or you get something that says like, hey, we
Like
want
an
you to
agent
audition.
telling you that, hey, there's roles.
It's funny. Jalen and I were talking about this the other night. It's so weird. It's such like such a close knit group of people that do anime, I guess, or are we just kind of talking in like voiceover general, or just like specifically anime?
We can do voice acting in general. Why not?
Yeah, I'd say like in general there are some good things you can find open auditions for online. Very big things like Warner Brothers, Disney type things. I'd say you have to have an agent or either know a casting director personally. And then for anime, yeah, it's just a very close group of people that do anime. yeah, pretty much. It depends.
That's
like,
why we
like,
get the
where you're
same
located.
voice actors for everything.
Yeah, it's kind of how it works. But sometimes
I'm
they do
not
have,
like judging here or anything.
No.
Freaking Chris Patton.
You're just gonna bring him up the entire podcast, aren't you?
Yes.
Oh my god.
We're talking about voice acting. I'm going to bring up Chris Patton and Vic Mignogna as much as possible.
Wonderful. Awesome. But anyway, I guess this one's kind of more a little towards Jalen. I know that you're getting a little more and more into like directing too, and you said that you love writing. I've known you for, I think I want to say like a year and a half now, and you've always talked to me about how you love writing and just making stories and making characters just kind of come to life and stuff in those stories that you write. That process, how did you kind of come across, with it? Did you just kind of, one day you just sat down and started, writing, and you were like, hey, this, I love doing this. Like, why don't I become a writer? Or, how did that whole ordeal kind of come to be?
Yeah, I've always been a very insane kid. Lots of voices and characters and stories are always going around in my mind. When I was younger, the first two anime I ever saw in my life were Dragon Ball Z, followed by Sailor Moon, and that kind of shaped my childhood.
Yeah, UPN.
Yep. And so just the storytelling in those series were so amazing that I decided, you know what, I want to do something like this. And I would go to the playground at school and I would say, okay, I'm Vegeta and you're Sailor Mars. Let's go. And we just come up with
At least you picked two good characters from both shows.
And inevitably, I would end up being Sailor Mars, but hey. And we played and we created, and eventually I started to put my ideas down on paper and learned about the technique of writing, the differences between screenwriting for, say, a movie or an animated series and writing for dubbing, which is what I do a lot now. So, And writing for dubbing is a very complicated process, but it's really rewarding. Yeah.
That was kind of my question. When you were saying you were writing for some of the anime stuff, are you just taking what people translate and then just trying to make it sound like a true English sentence?
Yeah. What happens is, as a spotter or a time coder, you will get the original translation. So from literal Japanese to literal English. And on that page, you'll see 4 columns. 2 are blank, and then you'll see the character name and then the original dialogue. And so what I have to do as a spotter is go through and look at the video, and 1 frame of animation before the character opens their mouth, I put down that number. So, for example, if the character opens their mouth at 01012309, I would put the time code at 08 instead of 09, and then go through, say, 500 lines or so doing that, and then it goes to a writer, which in some cases the writer was myself, so that's weird. But from that, I would go through and take a line. So let's say the line is, we have to get out of here, but the flaps were only 2, so bop bop. So instead of saying we have to get out of here, I would have to write, okay, let's go. Cool, awesome, and we keep going. And so what I like to do as a writer is, if I can, take each character and make them sound distinct. So if, from my personal challenge, if you cover the character column, you can still tell who's speaking just by the dialogue. So that's an added little thing for me.
It's a Jalen special.
Yeah, that's one of the big questions that a lot of, or complaints that the anime community has against subs and dubs and stuff, of they're like, that's not what they originally said and crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was looking back at it several years ago, and they weren't allowed to edit any of the material. And like you said, you only have like the bump up to fill in like a full sentence, when in Japanese they say the 2 words that actually means a full sentence.
Yeah.
But it's like, with the technology today, I mean, Team 4-Star shows that you can pretty much edit it to do whatever you want, but I'm guessing that the laws are still in effect where we're not allowed to edit any of the original animation at all.
Yeah, we can't edit a single frame. And so we have to come up with creative ways of making the characters say what they need to say. So sometimes what will even happen is, if I can't get all of the information out in the mouth of one character,
have someone else
I
say
will
it.
get out what I can. Yeah, I'll get someone else to say it. And say, okay, so I will just combine your line with this line, and that'll work, and it still makes sense. Because the idea is to carry across the original intention and meaning, if not the original line.
Okay. So sometimes it can be a challenge then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, oftentimes.
Just a wee bit.
There have been many, I've often spent about half an hour on just making 2 lines work. So it's challenging, but it's rewarding.
It's fun. It's fun. It's what
Yeah,
you love
because
to
then
do.
you can watch it on the Blu-ray and be like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Or nowadays, Netflix.
That was me.
Which is awesome.
So, okay, so I mean, Zach, I don't know if you're like this, but I know me and Jalen have definitely talked about this before. And that was, one of our dreams was always, if we were, in an anime and we played, like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a main character, but just a character, whenever we watch the opening to that anime, like, we can just look at it and be like, dude, I play that person. Like, I mean, like, were you kind of the same way? Like, you voice a character. Huh?
Oh wow, that's just so funny. Actually, I never really thought about that, like, while watching the opening. But yeah, no, it's pretty crazy. Like, still, I don't know. I'm just super thankful to everyone that was kind of involved in having me go in to play Slane and just do everything. I mean, it's crazy. It's such a whole process that I had nothing, or like I knew nothing about before I really just dove into it and started getting like hours and hours and hours worth of experience through recording. So,
That's good though,
yeah.
man. So it was a learning experience then for you too.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's weird to say that, like, oh yeah, I got this really big part, and I'm learning all these things from it. Wait, shouldn't you know all these things? Like, and that gets you the part, and I'm like, well, like, there's so many things that I did learn while playing. Like, I gained a lot of experience as an actor, and just going in and doing the voice over and over and over again, and always talking the same, and sometimes, like, you know, going back and forth between loops, because we don't always record at one pace. Like, we'll skip between episodes. We'll go to like episode 5, and then we'll go back to episode 2, and then we'll go to episode 1, and then sometimes you do record though, like just straight through, but for me it wasn't. And you're doing different things in every single scene. So one scene you could just be talking to someone, and the next scene you're like screaming your head off or crying or something weird like that, and you just have to switch like super fast, like boom, in the zone, and do it kind of right on the spot. So and you don't really get that much time to think about it. So I mean, that's kind of where I learned. I learned from having experience, is what I would say.
Good though,
so.
man. Like, and I'm sure, you know, and I know Jalen and I have, you know, talked about this too. Just a lot of the people there, you know, are just so easy to work with, like like directors, or, you know, just everybody there, you know, just kind of makes the whole experience pretty smooth, I guess you could say.
Yes, there's so many fantastic people, and especially working with directors that have been voice actors for like 20 years or something, and they have so much experience to bring to the table, and just like they are fantastic, and they're super nice. That's why I love voiceover, honestly. Like I was dabbling in on camera like a while back when I was younger, and every single person that, well, not every single person, but the majority of people I met, no matter, like, they all thought that they were like, I don't know how to say this. They were just very stuck up. Like, every single person, even if they like, oh, I got this one commercial, and my agent this and my agent that, and call my agent, and I'm just like, I just did not like their their attitude, and people in voiceover are so nice and caring, and they actually want to help people, and it's fantastic. Like, I love the people in voiceover.
That's
so.
awesome, man. Well, that actually kind of leads me into my next question, and this is actually for both of you. When it does come to voiceover, I mean, every actor, you know, obviously, you know, makes goals for themselves, like, you know, places that they want to be, or the kind of characters that they would like to play, you know, by a certain time. You know, they just kind of make, you know, I guess you could say like a time frame goal, like, you know, man, I want to be here in my acting career by this time. But like, what, you know, I guess what I'm trying to ask is, what would you guys say, you know, your goals are as far as, you know, being a voice actor goes? And if you don't mind me asking, like, what kind of is the motivation for said goals?
Silence.
I'll let Jalen go first on this one.
That's too deep.
I'm sorry.
That's a really good question, and kind of like what keeps like me motivated. I'm not really sure. I've always been a huge fan of anime, and I watch actually a lot of the new shows that come out, or shows that might interest me a bit, or at least I try to give all of them like a decent chance if I have time. Just because I love anime, and so usually when I watch a new show, it as a voice actor, it always passes through your mind, and you're like, oh, cool, maybe I'll get the chance to play this guy or something, and then you start praying that Aniplex or Viz or somebody over here in California gets the rights, and then you're like, okay, they got the rights, and they get the rights, and then you're like, yes, and then they're like, what? Then you're like, wait, will they get the dubbing rights? And then you pray for that. Oh, please, 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 and then they do, and then you might get the audition, and sometimes it does kind of it kind of psychs you out a little more than you should be, especially when you're a huge fan of the show. I think that's the ultimate curse as a voice actor, is that when you really love a show and then you get the audition for it, it's just never gonna happen. Like, it just won't happen for you. It's terrible. You're like, yeah, my voice is perfect, everything's perfect, give me this character. Nope, not gonna happen. Why? Because you love this show too much.
It's going
That's
to Chris
why.
Patton. Sorry.
Oh man.
I don't know. I think as goals for a voice actor, I don't really have goals for like I guess being cast. Like, I would like to do more video games would be very fun. As for anime, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and if they think I fit certain characters, I'm going to give them the absolute best audition I can. I mean, my goal that I had at the start of this year was, okay, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get an agent, and I'm gonna start practicing a lot more and just really focusing on this, because I know, like, I can see the level, of improvement and kind of like where I want to be as a voice actor, because there's so many amazing people in this business, and you can't compare yourself to them like that. It doesn't work like that. Like, you just have to compare yourself to you, and if you don't think that you're doing the best that you absolutely can, then I think you need to train and try and get better. But yeah, no, my goal was to get an agent, and I was very fortunate enough to accomplish that goal. So that was my goal, and now, like, now really cool things are kind of starting to happen for me, and so I'm I don't know. I think it's important, to set those goals, but yeah, I can't really go on about this. I'm just gonna keep rambling about random stuff, and then
That's all good.
But yeah,
that is like,
you guys kind of know.
that is amazing, especially because I didn't know how old you were, and being as young as you are to actually be shooting for things like this and actually like striving towards this goal. That's like an amazing thing.
Thanks so much. Yeah.
Jalen, did you hear my question by any chance?
I did not.
Okay. This is gonna
Oh, so that's why I was like, Jalen, take the stage.
I thought, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. I thought legitimately, like, Jalen just had to, like, think for a second. I was like, oh man, my question wasn't that. Like,
Yes, the question of mine, and all you hear is "Durr."
So okay, I guess let me repeat the question if I can remember it. I might have just outsmarted myself. Like, that question might have been so intricate, I can't even remember. So okay, what I asked was, as actors and just voice actors, we kind of make goals for ourselves to, play either certain characters or play certain types of characters, or just, be at a certain level by a specific time frame. And what I asked was, with those goals, what would you say motivates you to achieve those goals? If the wordage on that is okay.
Yeah, honestly, I would say I want to work on really good, meaningful, lasting projects with really cool people who are all collaborating on something that we love working on. So if it's a show that goes on, I don't know, 10 episodes or 100 episodes, every time we go in to record, everyone's just giving it their all, and we're all just having a blast doing it.
Okay.
And I didn't have a timeline before, but I was telling Zach the other night, Andrea Romano, who is the premier animation director out here in LA, she directs all the Batman things, Justice League, Avatar, SpongeBob, everything.
Very nice.
She's retiring in 5 years, and so I really want to work with her. And so I have 5 years in which to do it.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay. Nice. Like, I know, because, I mean, you guys know, I do a little bit of voice acting and stuff, too, but
a little bit.
Florida just...
Jordan's an amazing voice actor.
Stop.
You are.
Steven, thanks, Steven. But I know here in Florida they don't really have as many. I mean, they have studios, but it's not like in LA where it's, animation galore over there pretty much.
The only studio we had was over at Disney that they closed down a few years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, I was gonna say, I know for me, I'm kind of in the same boat as you guys. I just, I love acting. I love making people happy. I love seeing smiles on people's faces. And for me, acting is kind of a sense of relief. It's something that's really fun. Something that I really get into. And I know for me, like one of the biggest things would be if there was a character I played, and somebody was able to go through a difficult situation or a life problem just by looking at my character and saying, man, that character, like the way he portrayed that character, just it was either so funny or it was so serious or or something. That just it really helped me out, in a tough spot. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I know for me that's one of the things I absolutely love is just putting smiles on people's faces. So I guess we would say that we're kind of in the same boat with that one. We do it because we love seeing people happy, right?
Yeah, it's honestly, it's for the audience. We love to do what we do, but I love hearing the feedback or seeing a person's face after listening to something that I've done and it really affected them. Or even, Jonah, George, but for those who don't know, one of my friends, Jonah Scott, an amazing voice actor, he was playing as my Smite character, Cobbercon, and he said that he and several of his friends were all playing as my character at the same time. And so for about 15 minutes, all he heard was, Copper Smoosh, Copper Smoosh, Copper Smoosh, which is hilarious, and that's the kind of thing that I just adore.
Yeah, dude, it's just perfect. It's perfect, put smiles on people's faces. It's what us actors do. So.
Yeah.
But awesome. But anyway, I'm like I said, we talked about voice acting some and just kind of you guys and the stuff that you do. But like I said earlier in the episode, we're all pretty much anime geeks here.
Mm-hmm.
So I know just a little bit,
Just a little.
Yeah, this podcast it's not about anime or anything. But why don't you guys tell us like a little bit about what you guys like about anime, like some of your favorite shows, or just things that you like, or things that you're maybe even looking forward to. I know that the new anime season is going to be coming soon. When is it, Steven? Like in January?
January will start the new season because we're coming up to like episode 11s and 12s.
Okay.
So
yeah,
soon the season will be over and we'll get Gate. We'll get the second season of Gate.
Finally, right? Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Jalen or Zach, whichever one of you guys want to start this, you feel free.
Oh gosh. Okay, I guess I'll start. Wow, I can't remember there were some shows that were coming up, but I can't really remember what those were. But right
was
now,
Macross Delta, wasn't it?
Gosh, I can't remember. I gotta check out the list actually because people have been telling me some different things. They're like, oh yeah, one of my friends, I don't remember what it was called or anything like that, but he was looking on an anime list site and he's like, oh, this new anime that's coming out in 2016 looks like the next Attack on Titan or something, and he's going all crazy about it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I have to check it out. But like what I'm watching right now is as this season is dying or ending.
It's dying. Yeah. It's a placeholder for the new season.
Well, I know. There was
really. What was there anything really stand out?
Yes,
what?
There was.
One Punch Man.
One Punch Man. That's everybody's answer.
Oh my gosh.
I really like Noragami. I like the second part of
the second
Noragami.
one. Yeah, the dub just came out not too long ago.
Oh, did it? Oh, might have to check that out.
I need to check it. Yeah, no, my friend actually told me about that too, Noragami, and she was like, "Yeah, you should probably watch this show." I was like, okay, I guess it sounds cool."
I really like that one.
I was gonna say for me, I actually really like Beautiful Bones.
Oh God.
I've been talking about this show for 4 or 5 weeks now. So have you guys heard of it or?
I have, yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. Wait, is it current right now? It's airing?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, it's current.
Maybe it's the name in
Yeah, Jordan likes
yeah.
to say the English name of things, and it
It's-
confuses me
it's
every
not
day.
the English name. It's legit just the name of the anime. It's pretty much
Beautiful the Bone
Beautiful Bunzi.
Yeah. It's pretty much it's the show about the girl who's like a bone. I don't even know what the word is.
She's a bone.
She's like a bone specialist or something, and it's kind of like a mystery. Like they solve.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. Like it's
I
real
haven't
good.
seen it yet, but
Like
I've heard of it.
it's good enough to talk about for 5 weeks. So, but I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I like it. I thought it was cool. I mean, it's kind of like actually, you know what? I feel like Zach would be a good main character. Like the main guy, Zach. I feel like you would actually be like pretty good at that.
Well, now I have to watch it.
Exactly. You see what I did there? Like I said
Trying
that
to
just
plug
so you would watch
it in there.
But yeah, I mean, I liked it. But I mean, what about like you guys? Like, what are some of your favorite just shows in general that you really like, or any scenes that stand out like in any show that you're just like, oh man, that was so epic, or oh that was so like lame, like you know?
My previous favorite was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and it stood the test of time as being my favorite until
And kicked out
I
of the
started
call.
watching Hunter x Hunter. And now Hunter x Hunter is my favorite, all-time favorite. Yeah, because I find it to be a flawless anime, because all the characters are so intelligent and well-rounded, and even the most minute villain or just random person on the street, Soldier A, you still feel something for them, whether it's hatred or this great respect for them. You still feel something, and I love that about the show.
Yeah, Hunter x Hunter is such a good one. It's one of those that it's been going on for several years. I mean, they're probably pushing 15 years on Hunter x Hunter, and yet not many people know about it.
Unfortunately.
And it's probably better than most of the like Shonen Jump shows that come out.
Yeah, Togashi, the mangaka, puts a lot of work into that. I mean, he did Yu Yu Hakusho, and that's an amazing series, so he's brilliant. And he's not taking hiatuses.
You gotta go talk to oh god dang it, I forgot his name.
Who? Vic Mignogna?
No.
Oh.
The writer and artist for Berserk. He's the king of hiatuses.
Oh yeah, no, that's the guy who's doing like Idolmaster or something now.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
He did Berserk for several years, and then he's just like, I need a break, and he goes and does Idolmaster.
Idolmaster.
Yeah, no,
As
I
like
was
a
joking
joke
about that with so many people. Like we're just like joking, like how does that happen? What the heck? Like look to what. Like, you compare Berserk, and then you look at Idolmaster, and you're just like, what?
You're like, what thought process is going on in that guy's head?
Oh my gosh.
And what's funny is, like, the only reason he stayed with it was because it got popular. Like, he was only planning to do, basically a one-shot of Idolmaster, but it got so popular, they asked him to do more.
And he's just like, okay.
Yeah, he was just like, okay. And then that's when all the Berserk fans just went insane. They're like, what the frick? Bring us new chapters.
Oh my god. That's perfect. Dude. It's like, yeah, we have this awesome gory anime story manga, and then
now we got cute little lowly moe girls.
We got Idolmaster. Perfect. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
But
yeah, my favorite scenes in like some of the most memorable ones, I think, for me are just the shonen like rage mode scenes. Like I'm talking like Dragon Ball or Naruto, like where everything that's happened, right? Like their friends are dying or whatever, and then that's like the whole point of the show is like, oh, I gotta save my friends or whatever, and like everything is going terrible, and they're all dying and they're getting attacked, and then like let's just say like somebody like Naruto gets back to the to the Leaf Village or something. He's like, "Where's the Leaf Village? It's just a bunch of rocks." Yeah, this is the Leaf Village.
This
Like,
is
oh
the Leaf
no,
Village.
everybody's dead. And then like, then you start fighting the villain, and then you just like go crazy and you lose your mind and you go into rage mode. I think that's kind of like another dream of mine, is to play like some sort of character in a show like that just like everything builds up great in the story, and then boom, that point hits and it's just like
That
bam,
climax.
everything goes like
Everything
full
goes to
blast action.
crap.
I love those like Dragon Ball and Naruto are like so like, oh my gosh, so much memory. I love so many scenes from those
Speaking
shows.
of Naruto, another memorable thing for me is when Sasuke meets up with Itachi again for the first time in the series, and
Yes.
he has him pinned against the wall, and Itachi just goes, "Sasuke, you're still too weak. You don't have enough hate. And you know something? You never will." That's epic. And I've told Crispin as much. Dude, oh my god.
Then Sasuke's just standing there. He's pushed up against the wall, like, and he makes that anime sound like. Oh yeah. He's like getting choked or something, right?
The strained reacts. Oh god, reacts are the best things in the world.
Oh
Just,
my god.
you're gonna pay me to go.
Any scene
Okay.
that Sasuke's getting his butt kicked is good with me. God, I hate that character.
And then Naruto comes along. And Sasuke's like, "Naruto, how'd you learn how'd you do that? Holy crap, like, why can't I do that?"
I know.
Jealous.
Dude, he's such a whiner. Like,
I was born Uchiha and I have the eyes and
That's what,
I
like,
can't do it.
oh man, if we're jumping in the Naruto, that's a whole conversation there.
oh my god.
Oh, just
Oh.
how they built Naruto to be just so epic, and it got to that point to where the rivalry just didn't matter, because there was no way that Sasuke would ever match up to Naruto at all. And I'm reading the manga and I'm just going, oh god, the creator's gonna do some BS bullcrap to say that like Naruto lost some of his power and Sasuke gained some ability that lets him at least fight on equal grounds. And
Right.
for that to actually happen, I was just like, I'm done.
That's what I thought too. As soon as the creator announced that, he's like Naruto has to be, they both have to be like equal. I think he released like some statement or something like that a while back, like before they finished, and he said something like that, and I'm like, oh gosh, yeah, of course, like. Yeah, this is it, because Sasuke is the creator's like favorite character. Like,
Yeah.
Yep.
there he is.
This is
Oh my God.
this is fairy tale all over again.
No.
With stupid Lucy, who everyone hates except for the creator.
Well, why don't we talk about everybody's favorite character in Naruto though? Shino.
Sakura?
Shino. Like Shino's the best character. Like he's got like bugs inside him. Like, that's like I don't know about you, but to me, like Shino's my favorite character. All right, I don't care what anybody says. All right. So
I liked using Shino in the first Naruto game that I played.
he's good.
Because he was the cheapest character ever.
This character.
He just dropped the bugs, and the bugs chased the people around the field.
Well, I mean that's all you got to do. Like it's not cheap.
That's
I
what
mean,
he does.
yeah. If it was cheap, they wouldn't have put it in the game. So, you know. So I don't know. I personally like Shino. So Shino's my favorite character. Plus, I think what it was the fact that in the one before Shippuden, just regular Naruto, his costume, like he just had his mouth covered by that huge freaking collar. And I don't know what it was, but when I was younger, I just thought that was the coolest thing.
It's the scarf effect.
Yeah, I know.
It's like when a character has a scarf and it covers like half their face or whatever.
Yeah.
You just instantly, you're like, oh, that's the coolest character ever.
And
And that's why Kakashi was so popular.
And he was.
Yeah.
Shino had that like mystery about him.
But now he's like a joke.
Yep.
Like now he just
Thank
like,
you, filler episodes.
No, thank you, filler episodes. But I mean, plus let's not forget the fact that Sam Riegel voiced Shino for the first 2 episodes. So I love Sam Riegel.
Thought you didn't see it. Didn't want you stepping on it.
Thought you didn't see it. Didn't want you stepping on it. So
That's so great.
dude, Sam, if by some chance you listen to this, you rock, man. I love you. Yeah.
God, I love Sam Riegel so much.
Oh man.
Man, if any other voice actors listen to this,
Don't say Chris Patton. Just don't. I know you're gonna say it. Oh my gosh.
No. If anything, it's like, okay, have to ask the question. Even though we jumped into anime, we'll go back to voice acting here for a sec. Dubs or subs?
That's illegal. You can't ask that question.
Oh, dubs or subs?
Gosh.
Both.
Both.
That's a good answer.
I think we're a little biased, or well, at least like as voice actors, but I don't know. Make everything dub so we can get more words.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's actually a smart way to put it, if you think about it.
That's true.
Dude, just dub all the anime. Like, every anime, just dub it.
Well, they probably would if, anime fans weren't so freaking cheap.
That's actually a good point.
Yeah, because they don't buy anything, so that's probably why things
anime,
don't
or
get
at least
dubbed.
give some money to Crunchyroll, even though they don't really do dubs. Still, just support the industry or something.
Support the industry. Exactly. So, but I mean,
Please.
well, have you guys bought any of like the show? Well, I don't know if the shows are out for sale just yet, but have you guys like bought DVDs to support yourself? Like
That doesn't support you.
yeah, like
The money you make, you're
just
gonna go spend it on something to support
to
yourself.
support yourself.
But no, it's funny though. I actually, it kind of depends. Like, I guess if you're like a main character in like some of the anime stuff, you usually get the DVDs or Blu-ray or the box set. You get like the whole thing for free.
Oh, wow.
The company is actually nice enough. They're like, oh yeah, like it's out, or sometimes they'll even actually give it to you like weeks early before it's even released to the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really nice and really cool. I mean, you develop a relationship with these people, constantly recording and working with them and cracking jokes. I mean, like it's a whole process. You're just in there for a while, so you talk to, you're always working with them. So I mean, it's a nice thing. Some companies do that, some don't. Some don't.
They're the crap studios.
Oh man, dang,
Shots fired.
dang.
But yeah, no, the ones that do, like, it's super cool, and the ones that don't, I mean, like, it's not like they have to give you it. I mean, you're getting paid as a voice actor, and that's your job. Like, yes, it would be nice to see what you've been recording for, like, I don't know, like 30 plus hours or whatever, but
Exactly.
like it's how it is. If they do give you the show, though, it's definitely a plus.
Nice.
Love those people.
And most of what I've been in is on Netflix, so I watch it on Netflix.
Yes.
And that weird moment, I think, and I don't know if you have the same reaction, Zach, but that weird moment when Sword Art was on Toonami, and it's like, oh god, I'm on Toonami.
I'm on Toonami.
Yeah, that was so weird. It just happened it happened a lot faster than I thought. Like, we recorded that not too long ago, and then all of a sudden, I was watching Sword Art as it was going along. I was like, oh, wait, I'm in the episode next week. What? Wait, are you sure? Are you sure they didn't replace me or something? Because like it can't be happening.
Like,
it's
is this
so
too
weird.
good to be true?
Exactly. Yeah, no, it was crazy. And then we were like tweeting about it too. Like, oh my gosh, we're on Toonami. Ah,
This is great.
the dream. It happened.
So you were on Toonami. So therefore, in some weird way, you got a chance to work with Steve Bloom then, right? Voice of Tom, because you were on Toonami.
Yeah, that's
So you're I'm not saying Toonami's not a show, but you get what I'm saying, right?
They were in the same building as Tom.
Oh yeah, pretty much. So,
Actually, did I tell you, Jordan? My first time meeting Steve Bloom was very strange.
was that at Anime Expo?
No, it was at Anime Blues Con in Memphis.
No, actually, I don't think you told me.
Yeah,
Story time.
my friends back home convinced me to cosplay as Amon from The Legend of Korra.
Yes, you did. I remember now.
Yeah.
But keep
And
going.
it was this weird moment when I was like, okay, sure, if you guys will get me a mask, I will cosplay. And they did. So I'm standing on the elevator, and one of my friends goes, wouldn't it be cool if Steve just walked on the elevator? And I went, that would never happen. And sure enough, the doors open, and Steve's standing right there, and he looks at me, and he goes, hello, Amon. And I just go, oh my god.
You're like,
It's that moment.
You're like, I'm so happy I'm wearing a mask right now.
Yeah, and so the next time I meet him, which is like 2 years later, at Rob Paulson's Talking Tunes out here, I see Steve again, and I say hi, and he goes, hey, you seem familiar. And I go, I was the Amon on the elevator. And he goes, oh, yeah! And that's how Steve Bloom knows me.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's perfect. Dude, it's like, what are the odds? Seriously. Like, that would happen. You know? But then again, Jalen, you're like the luckiest person, like, ever. Like, or so says Ryan, right?
Yeah, weird things happen to me.
So, it's all good, man. It's all good. But actually, speaking of jokes, I know that Zach was talking about jokes earlier, like just joking around with everybody. Bloopers. What would you guys say is probably, I guess, one of the funniest bloopers that you've had? Or,
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
yes.
or just something random, just a random thing that you said or something that just made no sense, you know?
Okay, so this is what happened. It actually happened yesterday. We're still working on Alt Noah 0, and oh gosh, hold on. It doesn't sound funny unless you were kind of there, and so I hope somebody sees it at some point, because you really have to watch the animation like as we did it. There was this line that was written this specific way, and we didn't want it that way. Like we were like, okay, we want to change this line. The director and producer wanted to change the line. So basically, Princess of Salem is like, throughout all of Alt Noah 0, they talk about birds flying. And it's just like the weird thing, like, oh yeah, the birds fly. I watched the birds fly. The birds flew. Oh, that was a flightless bird. And it's just, and then I have this whole monologue where I talk about these different kinds of birds, and it's really weird. I'm just like a bird expert all of a sudden. But anyway, the princess says, I watched birds as they flew, and then I respond to her kind of like, it's kind of under my breath, like very soft, and it's. And I think my line was like, I don't know. It was like a response. It was like, I see your highness, or something like that. And it was under my breath. And so we were like, no, that's so weird. Like, we gotta find a different line. So they were trying to find a different line, and everybody was throwing out like terrible lines that would fit that, like, oh my God. They do. That's what they do. They're birds.
That's what they do.
And so people were just throwing out like very cheesy things, like just different things, killed? And
people die when they're killed.
Everybody, somebody in the control. I think it might have been the engineer, or it might have been Lex, but somebody came up with the line. As they do, Your Highness. Like, yeah, but the thing is, the scene is so serious. Like, I mean, like, what's happening in the scene right there, and they're it's not just them talking back and forth. Like, there's actually stuff happening around them, and people are dying and stuff, and it's a very, very like emotional type scene, and she's trying to explain to Slane like something very important. Like, I watched them, and Earth is worth it, or something, like trying to explain, like, don't kill everyone, and basically that's that was it. And it was like, yeah, that's what they do.
Who was engineering?
Ben.
I thought so.
Yeah.
That's great.
No. We the thing is,
As
we
they
actually
do.
we don't do bloopers for Aldnoah, but they actually had me record this blooper. They're like, oh my gosh, like just do it, like please, this is the best line we've ever had. And so they did it, and they put it on the blooper track, and so I don't know if that'll ever show up. I sure hope it does.
Oh, I hope so.
it.
We'll have to
I
get
hope
it on
something
Blu-ray
happens and
now.
it gets thrown in the final mix.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
As they do, Your Highness. Oh, that's
I have two, and actually they both ended up in the show.
Really?
So in TOWWTA, I did background voices for that.
Another bad
and
show.
there's
Got it.
I know this one.
And there's a moment when Taiga is coming back to school after being suspended, and she's wearing this wonderful white winter coat, and all the guys are going, "Oh my God, she's so hot! Look at her, she's amazing!" And I just go under my breath, "Oh my God, I would totally drink her bathwater."
Are you kidding me?
I said it, and Alex Von David, the director, he was like, "Who said that? You? That's brilliant."
Oh
So,
my gosh.
Yeah, and my other one was with Alex again. Alex loves bloopers. For Kill la Kill, and same thing, the crowd scene, and these life fibers were pulling these minions into the air, and so there were 4 guys, and we all had to make a different sound, and so beep, 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 ugh, 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 and I'm the last one, and I go, well, I don't want to do what they did, so let's see. So I noticed a really derpy look on his face, and so what Alex hears is, ugh, ugh, ugh. So, yeah, that made it on to Toonami.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
That was a
I love the background noises because or like the background characters.
hmm
It was Jordan knows and like our listeners know I make fun of Chris Patton a lot only
Oh my
because he made fun of himself in Puni Puni Poemi. They did that like commentary or whatever
Oh my god.
with like the entire cast, and he was there and he's making fun of voice acting and stuff like that. And they did a scene where they cut out the main voices and just let you hear all of the like background characters, and they were just saying nothing that made sense at all.
Yeah, Wallace sessions are fun. Oh gosh, so
Yeah.
going back to Toradora, if you listen really, really hard in the background, there's this recurring thing that I started where they're at a party and they're drinking punch, and I made the joke that somebody drugged the punch, and so everything that happens after that deals with the punch. So you'll hear, "Oh God, what's Ryuji doing?" "Don't worry, he had the punch." And so everything's like that happening in the background. It's like, "Wow, Taiga's really mad." "Don't worry, she had the punch." So, yeah, that's happening in the
perfect.
background.
Now I'm gonna have to go watch this in dubs.
Dude, that's so perfect. You would do something like that, Jalen.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
All right. Well, we're coming up on the time here. We've gone on for a good hour or so here.
Something like that.
Have we?
Yeah.
I think so. Like, I think
Oh,
we
we
started. When did we start? We started like 7. It doesn't matter. When we
It doesn't
started.
matter.
It doesn't matter when we started. But yeah, like I mean, I know. Is it time, Steven?
Time for what?
It's time for Jordan's anime theme songs of the week.
No, because you don't remember any of the
Oh.
names of the songs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're just like that one opening from that one show.
Listen. Okay, I'm sorry. I try. Okay. I just don't try hard enough.
I just don't try hard enough.
But anyway, I mean, guys, like, you know what? No, it is time for Jordan's anime theme songs of the week. Like, I mean, I'll actually pass it on to you guys. Like, I don't know if there's any themes because I mean, I mean, I don't know if you know me well enough yet, Zach, but I know you do, Jalen. I'm always talking about the themes of animes. And, I mean, is there any theme songs that kind of stick out in you guys' head that you just absolutely...
I have one in mind. The catchiest theme song that I've heard is the third theme song for Naruto Shippuden, the Habata Itara
The Bluebird one?
Bluebird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh God. For months it was in my head.
Dude, Naruto has so many good.
I know.
openings.
Yeah.
Like every single one, and then the endings, and every single one, I was like, oh. And then one of my friends, every time it gets a new opening,
Fighting.
I'm like, oh no, not a new opening. Like I love that other one, and then I'm like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
this one's even better than the one before.
Exactly.
I love this one now.
Dude.
And it just kept going on and on and on.
Although
Yeah.
they don't always have good endings.
Yeah, that's true.
There was that one that, oh man. See, I don't remember the song, but
That's because it was bad.
I remember the video for it, where it had like Sakura,
the girls
Hinata,
dancing.
and Ino, and they were like dancing or something.
Yep. One.
And that
was-
song just was so annoying
Yeah.
more than anything. It was, I don't know, it's like that annoying voice that just kind of plays over and over, and you're just like, God, will this shut
So
up?
essentially, my voice is what you're saying.
I didn't say that.
I'm kidding.
Was someone singing Fighting Dreamers?
I don't
Yeah.
think so. Wait.
Fighting Dreamers.
Oh my gosh.
That was my Naruto one.
So that one then, the Bluebirds, or whatever. That's I think. See, I know the name of that one. So don't you dare say I don't know the name of anime theme songs.
Who sang it?
I don't know. But
Now
I
Zach
know,
has to pick.
I know it's called Bluebirds. So that actually is a good
Gosh.
one. I do like that one. I mean, are there any themes that kind of stick out in your head as just ridiculously annoying, or like something that you absolutely cannot stand?
Not really for me. I can't really think of any. There have been times though when I'm watching, like honestly, there have been times when that has happened, but I just like I
can't
skip through it.
Yeah, you can't remember because you just skip. You're like,
Yeah, I just skip through it.
And
And I'm
skip.
just like I'm done. Like I listen to it like once and I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this, and then I skip it every single time.
yeah, you're just like, yeah, not for me.
Yeah.
The one I always bring up to you, Jordan.
No.
I think I brought it up earlier.
No.
The
No.
yeah, that one.
Which one?
What's the show called?
Oh, Jalen, it's the Paranoia Agent.
Yeah, that one. Oh my god.
I like that one. That you can't go wrong with Japanese yodeling.
It's so creepy.
Yodeling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Japanese
like-
yodeling,
like-
while these people are like just laughing and shaking their heads.
Yeah.
This one little old lady is
They-
standing on a
no.
table just going
Someone commented that they were doing the George Bush laugh with like the shoulders, like like the shoulders going up and down. So, but yeah, Zach, it's like Japanese yodeling. Like the theme song's just like or something weird.
that's accurate.
And I mean, like, I think there's even one guy where it's like an atomic bomb's like going off behind him, and he's like laughing with the George Bush shoulders.
God, they're on the moon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the old guy on the moon. I remember that. So
Oh man.
I like it. But I guess that you don't like it because it's creepy.
Terrifying.
I do remember because I keep sending it to you, and you just keep telling me.
You do.
You keep telling me, why do you keep sending me this? Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. We'll jot that one down as a bad one just for Jalen. So,
Oh man. Well, I just want to thank you guys for joining us.
yeah, definitely.
Do you have like a Twitter or something that you want people to check out, or?
Or Facebook or something.
Yeah.
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 I'll throw it in the description. They'll get it.
Yeah. Finally, no.
But yeah, check
Yeah,
them
my-
out, guys. It's really cool the stuff they've done. And support anime, guys. Start buying
Please.
Blu-rays.
Not for us, but for Zach and for Jalen.
And the
So we
industry,
continue
please.
to work.
Buy it
Yes,
for
please.
them.
We like working.
They need
Like
they
living
need work.
and eating and,
they need food.
and having a house and
Yeah.
please.
So, but dude, guys, thanks so much for just like being on the show and just kind of letting, I guess, the audience just know like a little bit about yourself and just the whole voice acting scene. And I know that you guys are gonna definitely be getting a lot more roles in the future. So we'll definitely be looking out for that. Like that's gonna be legit. I'm gonna be able to be like, hey, I know these guys.
Well, you're moving out here soon, so.
That is true. So,
Oh, cool.
but anyway, thanks again. I mean, I don't know if you have any last words for the listeners, other than buy anime.
Just thanks everyone for listening. This was so much fun. Thank you guys for having us.
Oh, no
Well,
problem.
thanks for joining us. Welcome back anytime.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I guess we'll leave it at that then. So, guys, thanks for staying with us this long. And we shall see you guys next week.
Woo!
Bye.
Oh,
Wait.
It's Christmas week, so we'll probably take a break that Sunday.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, anyway, let's say bye to all the listeners. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.